Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Canadian Football Central. CFL content for the fans, by the fans, and the Toronto Argonauts have made a signing as former Winnipeg Blue Bomber Payton Logan has signed with the Toronto Argonauts. And this is a bit of an interesting move as if we look at kind of Payton Logan, he had spent 4 years in the CFL. This will be him going into his fifth year. Played 3 seasons with the Calgary Stampeders. Plays predominantly, like, he's technically a running back, but he predominantly plays as a returner. And he was kind of that role for Calgary for years and years. And then with Winnipeg, they had a couple guys. They had Lucky Whitehead for a little bit, and then he went away. And then they had Janarian Grant, and then he went away. And they kind of went through this weird phase where they couldn't really get anything that they really liked. It just wasn't really, it didn't have the right zing to it. So they bring in Payton Logan last year, and it looked like he was all set to be the starting returner until he got injured. And I can't remember if it was preseason or training camp. It was one of the two. And with that, he barely gets any playing time in Winnipeg, so naturally it's next man up. The next man up is Trey Vavel, who is this unknown player at the time, who becomes one hell of a returner and wins most outstanding rookie as well as most outstanding special teams player, and was just fantastic for Winnipeg. And again, not that Payton Logan was bad. He wasn't. It's just that him getting injured kind of lost him that spot. You know what I mean? Which is not his fault. It's just more unfortunate circumstance. And he had done well with Calgary. Like, he's not a bad returner by any means. I was actually pretty happy when the Bombers signed him. But he's now going to be heading over to the Toronto Argonauts and see if kind of he can get a good role there. And this makes sense to me. I'm really interested to see. I'm really interested to see where this goes. What do you think about this move, Rick?
So he didn't have much luck in the run game last year because he had -2 yards.
Well, he also barely played though. Like, to be fair, you know what I mean?
No, I know, but at the same time, he is 4 years younger than Janarian Grant.
Yes, he is. Yep.
So I'm curious to see if this makes Janarian Grant expendable, or if they decide to keep both.
Well, this might be supposed to be kind of almost
and
like
have two people
friendly competition. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
but now they have 4 American running backs, so it's not like they're going national. So that they're going quarterback Americans, running back Americans.
Yeah. So they got to have Canadians in there somewhere.
We'll have to see where he and how well he does. Who knows? He might even get cut come training camp.
Yeah. Well, because even if we look at just over the course of his career, he had went to school at Tennessee Martin. He was born in Memphis, Tennessee. He had played there from 2017 through 2021, in which case his rushing stats were decent, including his last year where he had over 1,000 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns that year. Then he had a little bit of receiving yards, although again he wasn't really usually much of a dual threat guy, although he did get 3 touchdowns receiving in his last year. But then as a returner with Tennessee Martin, you can see that was kind of a role that was very on and off. It looks like that he got, as it looks like the most returns he got was ironically when he was a backup in 2018. At least I'm assuming backup, because it said that he didn't start any games, but he played those games. So I'm kind of interested to see here, because it looks like his time as a returner in college football was very kind of on and off. Then in the CFL with the Stampeders, that was very much his role. And then obviously I imagine that this is the role that Toronto has him set up for. So I'm curious to see where they go with that. But is there anything else you got there, Rick?
No, sir.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Make sure you guys leave a like, share it around, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you guys haven't, make sure you guys join our Discord. Link in the description below to our Discord, where we discuss all things CFL, NHL, all sorts of sports stuff. So make sure you guys go there and keep the conversation going. And before we get going, Rick, you got something to say?
Yes, on February 10th, we are. I keep on saying me.
It's all good.
We are going to be doing a free agent coverage since no one else covers free agent day.
Rick's
So I'll
gonna
have
do
my
one hell of a live
my
stream.
4 devices go on my 3 screens, and I will be making sure that I am well prepared. Making sure all my power banks are all filled and charged. Got my outlets. We're going to have my good old hockey coffee cup.
You got your work cut out for
Which
you,
I got
my
to get a
friend.
Tie-Cat one, but still.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll see you guys next time.